I just heard voices.
Scared the out of me.
Are you touching him?
I got really cold all of a sudden and I got goosebumps.
I don't know how that works, but it's disturbing. This room hasn't actually been investigated ever before. What the f was that? I just heard a man's voice.
We're here.
It doesn't seem right, does it? That was the creepiest thing I've ever heard in my life. Is there a woman here?
It's him. Can you come up and touch this for me? Hey Cryptkeepers, thanks for tuning into AmysCrypt.
Just FYI, Jared's legit stuck in this.
Did you actually lock it?
Yeah. Should I just leave him there for the whole episode? Okay, just joking around now for the real intro. Hi Crypt Keepers, thank you so much for tuning into AmysCrypt. Tonight we are back to investigate the Fremantle Roundhouse. This place is an old jail dating to 1831, the oldest building in Western Australia. We have already filmed a part 1 video, so if you guys haven't done so already, definitely go back, check that out. It was quite strange really, particularly one cell, which we are going to conduct further investigations on tonight, so stay tuned. The Fremantle Roundhouse is the oldest building in Western Australia, dating to 1832. It was the original jail for the settlement and has been a place of pain, death and even execution. Today, many claim the Roundhouse to be an incredibly haunted place, with some claiming to hear and even sight spirits within this ageing historic structure. We have even already personally captured some clues to the activity this building could hold. But now we continue our paranormal investigation and will capture one of the most disturbing pieces of evidence I have ever heard while on location. We're about to get started with our investigation, but before we do, I just want to show you guys a little piece of history from the Roundhouse, and that is this well. So what I've been told is this well was hand dug? Anyway, it was hand dug by prisoners here, and it is very deep. I don't know if we'll be able to see this at night, but this mast up here, what the f was that? Did you see that?
I don't know.
On this side?
I was looking for the viewfinder. What did you see?
I don't know what I saw.
Was it in the sky on the roof?
Yeah, it was in the sky. Well, it was not high, like it was... okay, I'm going to describe it. I looked up to look at the pointy mast, and just above the top of the wall here, there was a big wispy thing that was orange. I'm actually assuming it was orange because it was close and it's illuminated by the lights that are out there. It looked like a big, like orange, but maybe it was white. It just was reflecting orange, like shaped like this. And it just kind of went and then disappeared to nothing. I don't know, like, you didn't see that? What were you filming?
I was looking at the mask, but I don't know what I was filming.
Okay, it was like more here. Like right, just above that. Anyway, that was weird. I don't know what that was, but I'm totally distracted from my story now. What I was saying is this well is apparently as deep as that mast, which is very, very tall. Hand dug by prisoners here, and it's not documented, but they speculate and they believe that there was some people who died whilst digging this out.
That 6 people, when they were building the prison, the well you can see was all dug by hand. It took 9 months to dig, or with picks and shovels. And they reckon 6 men died because all of this is limestone. It was under the ocean for thousands of years, and when the water receded, obviously there's a lot of gases that have been captured in the limestone, and it was exposed and let out, and there was no air pumps then to give them fresh air down at the bottom of the well. It's 13.5 metres deep, and that was the most secure freshwater source that we had in Fremantle.
I'm going to put my torch. I cannot see the bottom.
Wow. Yeah, that is very deep. I can't see the bottom either. The light reflection you're seeing there is the wall.
Yeah.
Wow, that's probably the deepest well I've ever seen.
Well, what can I say?
Well. Well.
He sure does say well a lot. Anyways, we're gonna get into the investigation now. Things that we want to do tonight, an Esther session, and Jared and I want to do like split up, do some solo investigating as well. A couple of other areas that we're probably going to do abandonments and leave cameras rolling, so get excited. Alright guys, what are we doing in here, Jared?
We're just setting up an SLS. This is the underground bakery.
Yes. This room hasn't actually been investigated ever before. So it'll be interesting. We're going to leave an SLS still camera in here. So we could pick up on figures, EVPs, noises. What's it like in there?
Very dank, that's for sure.
Yeah, like all these, this is legit real plants. These ain't fake plants.
Should we look in there?
Lock it in. That's the bakery. That's the roundhouse.
Alright guys, time for an Esther's method. Before we split up, my favourite segment. I actually like doing this, you know.
You love it, don't you?
Yeah.
So, just for everyone playing at home, that is the window where the figure has been seen walking past. So yeah, Jared's sitting in that corner. We're gonna have 2 cameras on him.
Forgot that one there.
Oh. Cat ball just went off.
Alright.
Who is here that keeps touching that light up ball next to Jared? Can you say hello or tell us your name? Is
This
that...
one.
Who is this one?
It is.
Can you tell me what is? I would love to know who it is that is here.
Okay.
Can you give us a name, please?
Excuse me.
Am I in the way? That's just weird because I'm standing in this doorway here. You can come in if you want.
Maybe.
You don't have to come in. Is there a woman here?
It's him.
Okay, it's him. Who is that? Is he a prisoner? Did he work here?
At the market?
Okay, so he worked at the market? I actually believe there is an old market nearby. What did he do at the market? Can you tell me what year it is? I just heard a man's voice. Someone out here? It sounded... I don't know if it'll register.
Change frequency.
Okay. It actually could have been in the courtyard, if anything. Not in there where Jared is. He's just changing frequency. So if anywhere,
Excuse me.
it would have come from out here.
It's coming.
Can you tell me what's coming?
Pardon.
Pardon as in you were pardoned of your crimes, or...
Coming into town.
Where were you coming from?
You've probably... God.
What's your religion?
It's mine.
That ball on the table?
They're coming.
Are they coming by ship? Can you knock that ball off of the table? Okay, I just heard something else in here as well.
Amanda, or a man died.
A man did die here, or a few men have died here.
The concrete.
What about the concrete?
More. Prisoned.
This is the prison. What's that?
They're here.
Yeah, I just heard ya. Just heard a big loud crash. And again, that could be the ocean? Dunno. Is this your home or was this your jail?
What's it like?
Right now,
It's mean.
we're not treated well here.
Feet.
What about the feet?
I got really cold all of a sudden and I got goosebumps.
Are you near Jared? Are you touching him?
Coming. Started.
What would you like us to know? If you could give everyone a message right now, what would it be?
Addicted.
What to?
The Lord.
You mentioned God earlier. I'm guessing you are religious.
Make sure.
What would you like us to make sure of? We can do that for you tonight.
The house.
The house.
You could walk around.
You want me to walk around again?
Do I reckon he built?
What did you build?
In the garden.
I don't know. Jared's head look funny.
Stranger in a house.
Well, my name's Amy and that's Jared over there. Love to meet you. If you could tell us your name, then we're not strangers anymore. Oh my god, I sound like Pennywise. It's like he's slouching over. Almost like he's asleep. Can you say a prayer to Jared?
Yes.
Thank you.
Around though.
Around though.
He said so.
At least I know he's not asleep. He just looks so slouched over. You know, like his head is going.
Burnt 12.
Burnt 12.
Spoiled.
Spoiled.
He's numb. Time.
Definite voices here.
Hi.
Okay. I just heard voices.
Did it?
I thought someone was coming up to the door.
Good.
There's no one out there. Whose voices were they I just heard? And I just heard a big tap out here.
It's a small. It wasn't me.
It was a small tap and it wasn't you. Who made the tap?
Very well.
Very well what?
Help.
I'd
With the chair.
Help with the chair.
What? War.
Which war?
For a reason.
1 or 2? Guys, I just want to say, Jared is, I'm not like worried
REM
about
pod.
him. REM pod, that is so odd for that to come through. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's odd. I just feel like Jared is so like weirdly
Metal
spaced out
visitor.
and slumped over like that. It doesn't seem right, does it?
It's going away. Control.
Can you say one of our names, just so I know you're here and you're listening?
Help.
Are you listening to us? Just say Jared or Amy. So Estes, what the heck was going on with you?
I don't, I feel like I've had this before, and I've mentioned the room spinning feeling. I didn't have that this time, but sometimes I get into a bit of a trance when I'm doing that. I don't know if it's the repetitive sounds, and then this time we had the blindfold on, and that, is it called sensual deprivation?
Sensory.
Sensory deprivation.
Not sensual.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I get in a little bit of a weird trance thing, and I'm like, I'm not listening or focusing on anything except that sound.
Yeah, because you started to slump, and I noticed.
Yeah, I started getting a sore neck, and I propped myself back
I
up.
made a note of that because it was weird, and I was curious if you had the little spinny feeling that sometimes you've had.
I didn't actually have that this time.
While that was happening, I did hear some voices. I legit thought there was people coming up to the front door of the Roundhouse, which is locked. We're locked.
So,
interesting.
yeah.
That noise. I could hear that noise as well.
Yeah, what was that?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was hearing bangy tap sort of noises out here.
That was like
crash.
metal or something.
Yeah, but I thought I can hear the ocean. I don't know what the ambient noise of this is going to sound like for you guys. I can hear the ocean. We are right on the coast. Don't know what that was.
There is weird noises out here.
I definitely heard stuff come from the courtyard. The voices to me sounded as though they came right up to the front door. There was no one there though. And I got a bit worried. I was like, did we lock the door? Because I didn't want, a group of dudes coming in while I'm in here and you're bloody blindfolded in the corner with your sensual deprivation. Yes. Anyway, I think now what we should do is me and you should go separate ways. We'll take a cell each. There's 2 cells that I'm thinking of. I reckon I'm going to take the bearded man cell.
That one over there, okay.
Yes.
In that case, I'll take this one then.
Yeah. I'm going to put you in the one where the guy died of exposure.
Nothing to do.
Yeah. So are you ready for that?
Yeah, alright.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's go.
Tired. Alright, so Jared's going over in that cell. We have Ghost Tube SLS that is monitoring the courtyard here. I'm going in this cell.
So these cells, guys, are really, really small, as you would have seen earlier. Yeah, it would not have been very pleasant staying in one of these, I can't imagine. Someone with me, can you light up that ball there? If you touch it, it'll make some pretty colours.
I am in the bearded man cell. I've got the REM pod here. That's set up on the floor, sort of similar area to where it went off in part 1. If you haven't watched that already, I had a still camera alone in this cell for a long time with the REM pod. The second I walked into this cell, that triggered, and I had Ghost Tube Vox playing, and I thought it sounded like someone saying boo, like a man, deep man's voice. Could have been something like ooh, or, you know, part of a word or something, but freaked me out a little bit. Is there anyone in here?
Do you want us to enter?
Oh. This is also the cell where people have seen a man with a big bushy sort of red beard, and he's sort of wearing rags, like tattered rags, like he's an old prisoner. And he's also been described as climbing up the wall to the roof. I don't know how that works, but it's disturbing. And this is his cell. This is where people have seen him. Usually females see him as well. That's why I opted for this cell. I didn't really want to come in here, freaks me out a bit, but I thought better chance of getting something if I come in, right? So I'm gonna sit.
This is how dark it is in here, guys. That's how dark. I can't actually see a thing except what's on the viewfinder. So I know that the capitals are in there somewhere. Alright guys, so I'm gonna do a Ghost Tube session because in part 1 we've got a couple of responses, not heaps, but enough to get me interested. So let me put one on. So I'll just hit record now. Put it next to me there. So is there anyone in this room with me now that I'm on my own? Are you okay with me being in here?
Is there somebody in this cell with me? I reach out to and I want to make contact with the man who's seen in here. If you are here, can you give me a sign? Make a noise, go towards that red light. Come close to these lights right here in front of me. So I think normally these cells there was 2 people per cell. There's only 4 remaining, there used to be 8 all up. But the most prisoners that they ever held here at one time was 43. So 43 split between 8 cells. That's a lot of people like crammed in here.
You would have seen how this device worked earlier. We need to do is go up to it and you can give me a sign that you're here. You might be able to trigger some words. Or I've got a motion sensor thing over here. If you touch it, it'll light up. Make a noise and I'll know that you're in here. Drowned. I don't think anyone drowned here. Can you tell me more about that? What do you mean?
It's gonna sound dumb, but I'm just checking the ceiling. That guy ain't up there. Imagine it. I point the camera up there and there's like some dude in the corner. Why have you shown yourself to some people and not me?
You know, come up and touch this for me. Do you like the colours? That is weird. Thank you. That is weird because I was leaning my head like this and I brought it forward because I thought I heard something and then that went off. Can you do that again just to show me that you're here? Now that you know how it works. That's not my voice saying it off either, by the way.
Sometimes, when I come to a place, I will get a vibe. Right now, in this cell, I don't have that vibe.
Angel.
Angel. That's a nice thing to hear, I guess. Funny that comes through though, because during the Estes there was a lot of religious type words to come through. It's funny that that word comes through when I'm sort of saying like, I can't really feel anything in here. But really Ghost Tube's been quite quiet all night, and the REM pod's only gone off the once that I know of.
It's not triggering, but I feel like the magnetometer on Ghost Tube down here is actually going up and down quite a bit. It naturally goes up and down anyway because magnetic north is sort of always fluctuating, but it seems like it's going more up more than usual. It's not triggering the alarm though. It's weird that it'd be fluctuating so much, especially given that the phone is flat on the surface, you know. Were you incarcerated here? What were you incarcerated for?
War.
War. Okay, that again. Jared said something about war during the Estes. War is an interesting response to receive, as the Roundhouse does have some relevant history there. For instance, the tunnels spanning below it were fit out to be used as an air raid shelter during World War II. This is unfortunately an area we did not have access to on the night.
Were you guilty or innocent? Did you commit the crime? So guys, you definitely would have heard that. Movement. Wall being scratched and crumbling over here. Can you make that ball light up?
Are you going to go towards that red light for me? Why were you in this cell? What did you do to get put in here? I would like to know your name. I've been asking all night for a name and no one will answer me.
Right guys, I had movement just over here. I'm pretty sure this camera would have picked it up too. Is someone here? What's your name? Do you like me being here?
I'm feeling a bit of a cold breeze now. The bottom of the door is right here though. So I don't know, maybe I'm just feeling that. It wouldn't have been nice sitting here in a cell. Imagine being crammed in here. So many people as well. And they had 43 people stuck in here. What crime did you commit?
Hammer.
Hammer. Used a hammer in your crime? What does that mean?
That was really creepy. That actually scared the out of me. That might top the Estes method for me, I feel like. I don't know if it's because I'm on my own, but I feel like that moment there was probably the scariest moment tonight. At least for me anyway. Can you do it again?
Can you give me a sign?
Stop.
Oh, I was just about to say, can you give me a sign? Because I'm gonna have to leave. About to stop
Who
and
is she?
leave. Me. My name is Amy. And I've come here to visit anybody who's still at the Roundhouse. I'm honestly just looking to make contact and understand more about the people that might still be here. It's weird, it's like just as I'm about to give up, that's when words come through.
I feel really weird ever since that noise now. I just feel just the whole vibe of this room has just changed. I don't even feel sick, I just feel uneasy. Is it because I'm on my own? I'm probably gonna regret this, but can you touch me? Can you touch my hands? Can you touch my back?
This part of the video is quite creepy. Just as Jared begins to ask the spirits to touch him, the camera he is filming on begins to move on its own. Watch closely and you will see the frame here move.
Touch me if you want me to stay.
You'll see here that Jared's hands are free as he is not actually holding the camera. He has it set onto a small tripod on the ground. Although the spirits did not physically touch him, I find it a strange coincidence the camera would move on its own, just as he had asked them to do this. This is also not something he notices in the moment, as you need to remember he is sitting in the cell in complete darkness. If you play the footage back more quickly, you'll actually see the full extent of the camera moving. Do you think this could be paranormal or possibly gravity at play? I'm getting little cold spots every now and then. As I said, I'm right near the door. I'm sitting on the floor, so that's cold. And there could be some wind coming through the door, like a slight little breeze. How long did you spend in here? Can you climb up the wall?
I just feel like it's weird. I heard the noise in that corner before, but now I'm drawn to this corner here. Is it in my head? It feels completely different in here to what it did when I first walked in. We're running an SLS out there in the courtyard as well, so it'll be interesting if we get anything there. I don't think we got anything in the part one. We quickly skimmed the video and we couldn't see anything. But
How you going in here?
there is, at first I wasn't feeling anything, and then the cat wall lit up, and then I heard something over here. And then ever since, it's just felt really weird in here now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Can I come in?
Sure. I threw a cat ball over there somewhere, so just be careful. Alright guys, so we've got Amy in here now. I'm getting mad vibes in here, so let's run Vox, because it's a new app and I really want to run it, and see what we get. Alright guys, so we're recording on a GhostTube Vox session. This is in cell, I don't know which cell, but the opposite cell to you. You got that right. Oh, I got it right.
You got it right.
Well, that is it.
What number cell is this?
To you. You got that right. To you. You got that right. To you. You got that right. It's so weird how I'm like, oh, I'm the opposite one to you, and I was like, you got that right.
That is uncanny.
So, was there someone in here before? Did you do something over in this corner where you're scratching the wall? Who was doing it? Yes.
Oh.
Who was doing that? What was your crime?
Can you make a loud noise for us, please? Thank you. How long were you in this cell for? Over.
He's spoken.
He's spoken. What is he trying to tell us?
He's spoken. He's spoken. He's spoken.
Do you have a message for us?
Do you like us being here?
Pussycat.
Pussycat. That was really creepy.
That was the creepiest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Pussycat. 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 Pussycat.
I hope you weren't saying that to me.
Oh, you think it might be like a innuendo?
Or like,
Like a pet name?
did dudes say that to chicks? I don't know.
Hey, pussycat. Were you talking to her? What were you in here for?
I can't get over pussycat. That, I can't get over that. That just sounds so freaking creepy.
Yeah, and the weird scratching sound I heard in here was weird too.
Oh, you reckon there's like a legit cat?
I don't know. Well, no, there's no cat in here, but
Well,
like,
you know what I
it
mean,
just
like-
felt really like creepy in here all of a sudden. And that sounded creepy.
That sounds so creepy.
Do you want us to leave or stay? How do you feel about being in here? So guys, another, it's got a bit quiet now. Another feature of GhostTube Vox that we haven't shown you yet on the channel necessarily is that it does have a white noise generator. It's not scanning radio stations, so don't get confused with like the Spirit Box functionality. But what it can do is generate white noise, and there are some theories that helps conduct paranormal activity, right, Ames?
Yeah, like the spirit can use white noise to generate its own sounds.
So you can, on GhostTube Vox, you can turn white noise on like this. You can make it be intermittent like this.
So there's breaks in the white noise. So
or
it's
quick.
Okay.
So it's kind of like an experimental thing that we
My name is
put in.
EP.
Why are the words coming out right now? Maybe it's the white noise.
Maybe the white noise is helping, I don't know. Is there something you're trying to tell us?
All we want to know is your name.
Yeah, we need a name. Who are we talking to? Right, I'll go to the white noise off now. If you don't give us a sign and let us know that you're here or tell us your name, then we're going to have to go. Because I actually think we're running out of time now, right? Is there anything you want to say to us before we go? What?
What?
We've got to go now, so if there's anything, if you want us to stay or if there's anything else you want to say, you've got to say it now.
So Jared and I are just wrapping up the last of our photographs for my blog and Instagram. Go follow me at AmysCrypt. We're also about to do a special sort of bonus video for my patrons, YouTube members. I don't know if we're going to do another Vox or just a ghost tube session. I don't know if we're going to go in this cell or out the front or somewhere in here. I don't know what we're going to do yet. But our time is running out for how long we have access to the Roundhouse. I feel pretty happy with what we've captured, and I am really looking forward to reviewing our footage, the abandonments, the SLS, Jared's time in here. Obviously, by the time this is edited, you guys would have already watched it and seen what I pulled out. But I'm excited in this moment, and I love Fremantle, I love the Roundhouse. Like, so much history here. We're going to do a lot of filming here. But I do hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. That really helps me out. If you want to do any more reading on this place or other haunted locations from around the world I visited, AmysCrypt.com, that's my website. Follow us on social media at AmysCrypt on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Links are below for bonus content on my Patreon YouTube members. But thank you so much for watching, Crypt Keepers. Until next time.